From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Cleveland Guardians and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. Getting the nod in this one, Kevin Gossman. What do you have on him, Siggy?
And a guy like this is going to keep you in the ball game. He's going to go out there, compete. Not going to see a whole lot of flair and flash, but he's going to hand it over to the bullpen at some point. And if you've been able to score a few runs, you'll be in it late. So we'll see if he's able to do that for his club in this one.
Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. That's a little high. And we're underway. Popped in the air, left field. Squeezes it, and a quick out, number one. Here's the Guardians lineup now. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Kyle Manzardo.
And Boog, he brings a big bat to this lineup. He's on pace to hit more than 40 home runs this year, and that's a guy where if it's more than a couple of games without a dinger, guys are wondering what's going on. You're so used to seeing him around the bases. You put a guy like this in the middle of the lineup and just put it on autopilot. Big-time hitter, always a ton of fun to watch.
And first offering is fouled off. One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Good job to fight that one off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's off the inside corner, and the count is 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And now 2-2.
2-2.
Hit in the air, center field. Varsho sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out.
The designated hitter.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Gausman, more than 100 career wins on the mound, a former first-round pick back in 2012. Next one misses, and the count 1-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Pitch misses inside. Ball 2. And they'll do it again. Got him swinging. The Guardians go down in order. And now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. Back after this on the show. back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound today, Gavin Williams.
Well, you know this guy wants to be better than that. I mean, the ERA is bloated. He understands that he's got to put his team in a better position to win ball games. And at this point, you have to forget about your own individual stats, and you have to go out there and attack and try to get that W. And if you do that, you'll look up, and most likely that ERA will have dropped over time.
Bottom of the first. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. That one catches the zone. That's strike one. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
Curve in the dirt. That's inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And that's in the dirt.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That's down and in.
I love the fact that we've seen both Vladimir Guerrero and Vladdy Jr. win the home run derby. They're the first father-son duo to ever win it. Vladdy back in 2007 and Vladdy Jr. in 2023. Even though his dad didn't give him any advice for the event other than to go out there and hit home runs.
That clips a corner. Splits the plate. That is strike 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
1-2 now. And that's outside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Quan settles underneath it. And there's one down.
Batting third.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. This has been a good, productive lineup so far this year. Currently ranking among the better teams in terms of total hits and runs per game.
Well, you know, this lineup sees it as very important to put the ball in play, Boog. I mean, this is an age where strikeouts are up so high and guys are swinging and missing, going for the fences. But if you can increase that contact rate, you can be a dangerous club. You get more guys on base, and then all of a sudden, when that big swing comes through, you're plating more runs. So we'll see if this pitcher can get some soft contact, let the defense work behind it.
That missed by a lot. And it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And there's 2 down.
Batting fourth, right fielder, George Springer.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Outside low, and it's 1-0. That one missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Bichette off of first with 2 away. Fouls one off. 2-2. And a curve misses outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there. And out of here. His 4th home run of the season. And the Blue Jays have the lead now. It's 2-0.
Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul. But not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
Dalton Varsho at the plate now. That's ball 1. The pitch. And that's downstairs and outside. Williams. Maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Quan settles underneath it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. It's a beautiful Springer dinger here. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Second inning set to go. And here's the first baseman, Kyle Manzardo.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Gosman back to work. That's outside. And that is ball 1. And that one in the air center field. Varsho. One up, one down. Next to hit, John Kenzie Noel.
Here's someone, historically speaking, that prefers day games over night games. So I'm excited to see what he does in this one.
And that one fouled off. Hit on the ground to the right side. Steps on first for the out.
96, second baseman, Daniel Schneemann.
2 outs, base is empty. Daniel Schneemann now at the plate. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw either.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Not close with that one. It's 2-2.
3-2.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So they go quietly there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Blue Jays 2 and the Guardians nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. Foul ball there. And ball 1.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. Breaking ball inside, and it's 2-1. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them. Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
And it remains 2-2. And there's a ball.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
So man aboard, Nathan Lucas will hit next. And that's in there for strike 1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost art for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Tyler Heineman next up for the Blue Jays. And a foul ball. First and second, no outs. Bottom half of inning number 2. To first, maybe a 2-ball. Manzardo to second, and that's 2.
He's out.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Two outs. That one fouled off. On the ground to third. That's a base hit. Run scores. Can't glove it cleanly. And he'll pull into second safely. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Singled and scored his first time. Swing and a foul. Pushed off to the right. And that will get out of play. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. Back here at Rogers Center, here's the rookie third baseman, Will Wilson. First pitch misses. That clips the corner.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
The 1-1. That's a little bit low.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
The other way, and foul ball. Swing and a miss, splitter in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Here's Brian Rocchio. Fastball is outside.
1 ball, no strike.
The 1-0. That one
No,
missed.
that's the ball.
out to short Bichette. 2 out.
Batting ninth, catcher Austin Hedges.
Austin Hedges stands in. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Ball one, no strikes.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
That missed by a lot. The count now 2-2. Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Inside, just missed.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Outside, and that is ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Quan stands in now, looks at that one inside. The 1-1 is fouled off. Next pitch is outside.
2-2.
Hedges leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And there's a ball.
3-2, 2-out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
That one blasted deep to right. And it hits the fence. The throw into second, coming home. He'll score.
Comes through with the RBI. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Now here's Nolan Jones. First offering, and it just misses. Hammered, base hit. Quan around third. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Bang, bang play at the plate right there. Outfielder needed no help. An absolutely perfect throw to get him right on the money. Excellent tag by the catcher, and the inning ends on an awesome play.
Back now in Toronto. Set for the bottom of the third. Now the number 2 hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That one misses. Ball 1. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. Swinging a foul straight back.
I can only imagine the comfort level of being in the ballpark for those kids who are fortunate enough to have a dad that played in the big leagues. Them being on the baseball field, for some it's pressure. For them, they feel that they are right at home.
It's been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Blue Jays, designated hitter
Anthony Santander at the plate. Fly to left his first time. That one finds the zone. 0-1. And that's down and away. Nobody out. Runner at first. And down on strikes. And there's one down. Here's George Springer. He's already homered in this game. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. There's a strike. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Next offering is in for a strike. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. Fly to left his first time. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball 1. Guerrero, the runner at first with 2 gone. Way high.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. And there's the automatic. He swings and fouls one off. Two outs. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And now Addison Barger. And there's the strike. Two on, two outs. Out to center. Jones settles under this one. That is the inning. Blue Jays leave a pair, but they still lead it 3-1. On to the fourth. Now it's the DH, Carlos Santana. Santana, over 1,000 runs batted in his career, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter.
Some people say that first basemen kind of have the day off regularly because they don't run around a whole lot. But when you think about it, they are involved in just about every single play, and there's a lot of stress that gets put on their legs. So a well-deserved day at the DH spot for him.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. That one in the dirt. Now 1-2.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses, and now it's filled up 3-2. On a line, base hit. And after grinding through that at bat, he gets the best of him.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Manzardo. He's 0 for 1. Slice the other way and foul.
You know, these Guardians showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Lucas makes the play. 1 down.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
John Kenzie Noel, the next to hit. Rolled to short, possible 2 ball. Off balance feed, there's 1. Relay to Guerrero, in time, inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Guardians 1. And we're back. Bottom of the 4th. Now the left fielder, Nathan Lucas. On the inside corner for a strike. Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Luis Ortiz, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Bybee getting cranked up as well. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Bowling. 1-2.
That That one ran inside, almost got him.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
That's down and in.
2 strike.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Quan settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the catcher.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Gavin Williams gives way, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for
Tim Herron gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, at this point in the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Here's the catcher to hit, Tyler Heineman. He hit into a double play his first time up. Edge of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. That one ripped, and it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he'll reach second with one away.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
One out, runner at second. Next to hit, Andres Jimenez. That one finds the zone. Strike one. One out and a runner at second. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. This one smashed down the right field line. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. The run comes in from second. It's 4-1, and he's got a double.
That's 2 consecutive extra base hits for this team. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Bo Bichette. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Man at second. And it's even up. Moved to second, and he's back in there. Line to left. Quan pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Up next for the Blue Jays, first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now 1 for 2. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. Now one missed. In the dirt, but kept close. Jimenez on at second with 2 down. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
3-2.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Man on second, 2 down. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Now, Anthony Santander. 0 for 2 in this one. And takes low for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Fly ball down the line. He's got it, and the inning is over. The Jays push across a run on this double. It's now a 4-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Daniel Schneemann. Gosman back to work. That one finds the corner, and it's 0-1.
You know, these Guardians need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs. Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Hit in the air out to center field. Varsho after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Up next for Cleveland, shortstop Brian Rocchio.
2 down, base is empty. So in now for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio. Grounded out his first time up.
Let's go, Blue Jays. Come on, Toronto. You can do it. Ball 1.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Makes the catch, and that is that. Nothing doing for the Guardians there, and they trail it 4-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Here's George Springer to start it off. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, these Jays putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
That one drilled left field. And in one hops the wall. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Varsho getting ready to hit. Just missed. Man at second. That one at the knees for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
That's the ball.
Squirts away a little bit.
ball.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now batting third baseman.
So digging in, Addison Barger. There's a strike.
Big at bat right here with an opportunity to do damage. But on the flip side, ground ball, double play, strikeout, that could get the inning back under control on the mound.
And a swing and a miss there.
0-2.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Nathan Lucas digs in now. He has singled and he has flied to left. Yeah, that's fouled off. Springer on second. Varsho over at first with one away. That misses the zone. 1-1.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
On the ground left side. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning. One hit, one left. We're through 5. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Guardians 1. Back here at Rogers Center, start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Austin Hedges.
Let's do it, James.
Fouled off down the right side. Swings and misses. And that's strike 2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat. And the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone. And as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Quan, batting with one down, takes a strike. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The Guardians trailing by 3, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Boog, if you can set up a good 2-strike splitter with a fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Jones in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Fires over to Guerrero. Guardians go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Guardians 1. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's going to be Tyler Heineman. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Cade Smith, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. And that one is lifted in the air. And it drops in. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting, second baseman.
And here is Andres Jimenez. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. That one close, ruled the ball. 2-1.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Just missed. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
So the lineup flips over. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 3. Fastball for a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Heineman, the lead runner out at second. Jimenez at first with no outs. Next pitch is downstairs. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. The 1-2. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And there's a ball. First and second, no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Hit on the ground might be 2. There's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
So up next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. First and third, 1 down. That
One
one
ball,
not
one
close. And the count even 1-1. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And that one fouled off. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He'll circle the bases, and they tack on 3. It's 7-1.
Man, he looks like his dad out there hitting home runs.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Tim Herron is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Tanner Bybee gets the call from the pen. He's been so good against lefties.
Number 28, Tanner Bybee.
One down. Anthony Santander now at the plate. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-1.
Ball 2. 2-1.
Still only one out here in the inning. Next pitch misses, and the count is 3-1. In the air, left field, Quan gets under it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, George.
And the batter is George Springer. He's already homered here in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Popped up. Hedges settles underneath it. He's there. He's got it. And that's the inning. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. And the lead is stretched to 7-1. Major League Baseball is on the show. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, where do you stand on the wave?
Well, the wave of star players in MLB or the wave around this ballpark?
The wave around the ballpark.
I think it's a little outdated. I'm more of a Thundersticks guy.
And that's not outdated. Blue Jays bullpen with some action. Number 51 up and loosening in the pen. Number 33, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
1 ball, 2 strike.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun. And I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But
Yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the Freeze wears?
Nah, that would have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. Now, here is Kyle Manzardo. Fastball for a strike.
Oh, and 2.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition. This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Line drive, and it's caught for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
2 outs, base is empty. John Kenzie Noel digs in for the Guardians. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And that misses. And the count is 1-1. And that's too high.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That ball's carrying. Got all of that one. A soaring shot to center. 3rd home run of the season. It's 7-2.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Kevin Gausman makes way, and he exits with a nice lead. Threw the ball well, and we'll have a new pitcher when we come back. Out of the bullpen for the Jays, number 51.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
So 2 down, and up next for Cleveland, Daniel Schneemann. That's in there, 0-1. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Bichette whips it to first. And that'll do it. Solo shot for the Guardians this inning. It's now a 7-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back now in Toronto, set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Bybee measures 6 feet 2 inches, 26 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2021. That misses, and that's ball 3.
3-0.
Right through there for a strike. And that drops in for a strike.
Okay.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Now a high fly ball out to left center. And there's one down.
Now batting, third baseman Addison Barger.
And next for Toronto, Addison Barger.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That clips the zone. Strike 1.
Bowling.
Good slider
One
down
ball,
and in
one
can be
strike.
so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Swings and misses. And it's 1 and
ball,
2.
2 strike.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a ball popped up. Hedges has a beat on it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there are 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
2 down, base is empty. And now for the Jays, Nathan Lucas. That's a strike. 0-1. Late with the swing there.
I wouldn't say the game's close
No
right
ball,
now,
2
but it's
strike.
not out of reach either. I mean, these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
Next offering misses, and it's 1 and 2. Outside with a breaking ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
No, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
And it remains 2 and 2.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Next offering is downstairs.
3 ball, 2 strike.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Two down, nobody on. Ripped to short. Jump throw across his body. What a play. Inning over.
Pure athleticism on that one. In the air, legs split a bit, and fires across the diamond. He's going to get a lot of high fives in the dugout.
And we're back, ready to begin the 8th. Here's Will Wilson.
Leading off for Cleveland, third baseman Will Wilson.
First pitch just misses. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. A left-hander appears to be getting ready. In there. And so now 1 and 2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
And
3
that's
and 2.
off the inside edge. And it's 3 and 2. And they'll do it again. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Now batting, shortstop, Ryan.
Man at
Rocchio.
first. And now the shortstop, Ryan Rocchio.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Wilson gets his lead at first with nobody out. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. The shortstop takes the ball. In the dirt.
3 and 1.
Double play ball to second. Over to Bichette. To Guerrero, and they turn 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Austin Hedges now. A strikeout and a walk. And that drops in for a strike. The Blue Jays leading by 5, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swings through that one.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Guardians fail to score. They're down 5. It's 7-2.
Now pitching for
Back
Cleveland.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Cade Smith.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
And here's the catcher, Tyler Heineman. And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Noel makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Digging in, Andres Jimenez. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they don't get the out. So back to the top of the order. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Bo Bichette. And first offering is fouled off. Man at first, 1 away. Pickoff throw, but it's wide of the bag and gets away. throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Boog, you got to move your feet, as footwork is so important on those pickoff throws over to first, and can be a little easy to get twisted up and throw across your body, and he didn't have much of a lead over there at all, so I doubt he was trying to do anything more than just keep him honest, which makes that error hurt even more.
Next offering is fouled back. 1 out and a runner at second. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the next to hit.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
That's off the inside corner, and that is ball one. Two outs and one in scoring position. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 9-2. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Sometimes we say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, that was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire.
Base is empty with 2 away. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Anthony Santander. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1.
Two outs. Just missed. Off the mark there. Now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Chop back up the middle. Rocchio handles, throws to first. That's the inning. The Jays get a pair on this homer. Last chance coming up for the Guardians. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. Just missed. And another ball. Next offering is down low. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter, but he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
That one out to right. And that'll fall for a base hit. And now 2 aboard. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Now batting, designated hitter Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana will hit next. Fouled off left side. Quan on third. Jones on at first with nobody out. Just off the outside edge. And now it's even 1-1. And that one gets past the catcher. Jones into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Well, Boog, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is, and that wild pitch is going to make things even tougher. 2 men in the scoring position now, still with nobody out, so this really becomes a strikeout situation on the mound.
Close, but called a ball. 3-1 now.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
That one ripped, but foul. 2 in scoring position, nobody out here at the top of the ninth. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. And George makes the grab. Both runners tagging. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And it's 9-3.
And next for Cleveland, first baseman Kyle Manzardo.
So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo. 0 for 3 in this one. In there at the knees. That's strike 1. The other way. Fair ball. The runner from third comes across as they get one back. Throws to second. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Number 51 out of the game, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. A new pitcher in the game, Dylan Tate.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
1 out, runner at second. Jhonkensy Noel getting ready to hit. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Runner at second here, 1 gone.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That one outside, and it's 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. A 2-run homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 9-6. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. So many times a sinker inside is a foul ball off the ankle for the batter. But that time he did a really nice job of staying inside the pitch and getting through it.
Now it's it's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann. And that one lifted in the air center field. Varsho makes the play. 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. Now the third baseman, Will Wilson. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Number 68 getting ready to go. Pitch misses, and a count 2-1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Foul ball. The Guardians down to their final strike. Right side, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Certainly can't complain about a lack of action in this one. A high-scoring game. Purists might not love it, but pretty impressive showing at the plate from both sides.
9-6 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.